All right, good morning, KOTA Territory. Welcome to your midweek weather update. I'm Humberto Giles Sanchez. I'm joined today by First Alert Chief Meteorologist David Stradling here to kind of give you a look at what you can expect for the second half of the work week when it comes to the weather. I know last night, Tuesday night, or I guess it was Wednesday morning, right?
Yeah, after midnight there.
We started seeing some a nice light show over Rapid City, and I believe over certain parts of KOTA Territory as well. David, is this weather going to be sticking around?
Yeah, we'll still have some more showers and thunderstorms that return this afternoon. We still have a few hanging out with us this morning, but I've seen reports around the Rapid City and Black Hills region that have us anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rainfall. So we got some very much needed moisture out of those storms last night, even if it woke some of us up a little earlier than what we would have liked. Hopefully you're able to fall back asleep and get a little bit more rest. But yeah, those storms were pretty loud last night. A lot of rain, a lot of lightning too, even some small hail. But we do have some storms possible later on too.
Yes, and as we're talking about those storms, we can look outside here at the weather cam to kind of give our viewers a little look at those clouds that are kind of that they can see there that are holding a lot of that moisture. So really quickly, can you kind of give our viewers a little walkthrough as to what's going on there?
Yeah, we are starting to see some sunshine come back out. We've noticed a lot of cloud cover this morning, and there will be peaks of sunshine like we have right now, and there will be times where it remains mostly cloudy, and we'll notice more of that cloud development later on. As you can kind of tell, we're going to be seeing a little bit of sunshine probably over the next hour or so until more of those clouds return, but things are going to dry out for us with that sunshine before a few more showers are possible later on. So that's the good news right now, is we do get a little bit of sunshine. With this First Alert Doppler radar look, there are still some storms near the Faith area pushing into northern Zebot County after they move out of Faith, and that's going to continue to move away from us. So we'll be enjoying a few more showers there for probably about another hour or two, and this moisture will pull away. Lemon, still a few light showers near town. Our temperatures 40s, 50s, and some 60s. The airport is 60, Phillip is 66, but it's still cooler in Wyoming with a 44 over towards Wright. So our temperatures aren't going to be as warm today, and they'll continue to drop as we go through the rest of the week with 50s and 60s on tap tomorrow and some 50s as we go into the day on Friday. So we take a look at our forecast. Here's what we're looking at. Temperatures in the 50s still for downtown Rapid City, but we'll warm up into the mid-60s later today. Isolated shower or storm will be possible and will remain breezy. Now, the best chance for those storms are more likely east of the Black Hills. However, everyone will have a chance to see one of those storms popping up, and I'll be able to show you that here with our forecast here, the hour-by-hour forecast. You'll notice a lot of cloud cover and a couple of those showers and thunderstorms developing around Sheridan midday, close to Rapid City in the Black Hills, and for parts of the plains. Those are going to continue as we go into the afternoon. However, as you notice, some stronger looking storms are developing into far eastern portions of KOTA Territory and now into central South Dakota. We'll notice those push through as we go into the evening hours on Wednesday. So some of those storms may bring us a strong to severe chance as we go through that time period there. We're going to be noticing a couple more showers developing Thursday morning. That's going to be out towards the South Dakota plains. We'll see if they can make it into Rapid City, and a few storms linger into Thursday, a few showers I should say, and then for Friday we'll have a partly to mostly cloudy sky and a couple of showers possible, but it's not really going to amount to much. A couple of those could linger into Saturday morning too. So we're not expecting a washout by any means any of the days, but we're going to be keeping an eye on those storms this afternoon, as I mentioned, as there's a risk for severe weather, more towards central and eastern South Dakota, hail and wind, but for us here for much of KOTA Territory, not really too concerned about that. Now, Humberto, tomorrow is going to be a very windy day. We have a high wind watch in place from the morning into the evening on Thursday, and that does include spearfish, sturgis, northwest South Dakota, out towards the Badlands and south central South Dakota, but it doesn't include Rapid City. Rapid City will have wind gusts 50 miles per hour, maybe a little bit higher. However, those on the plains under the high wind watch will likely get wind gusts 60 to 70 miles per hour. So it's going to be a very windy Thursday for us. Just kind of a heads up as we make our way out towards that part of the week for tomorrow. And then we'll keep the breezy conditions, if not a bit windy, on Friday. Temperatures falling into the 50s, and then Saturday to begin the weekend does look nice. But Sunday and early next week will bring us some much needed moisture as kind of widespread rain takes over.
Well, you know what, I'll tell you right now, I'm excited to see this kind of weather happening around KOTA Territory, especially as we start to, kind of prepare for that summer season, you know, kind of hopefully get that drought out of the way and not have to worry about that later on as much. But kind of, I mean, when you mentioned windy and you mentioned those wind gusts, if some of our viewers are heading out there, what would you kind of recommend for them?
Well, if you're heading out and you live out on the plains, you're going to be driving, it's going to be difficult. Your car is going to be whipping around, so 2 hands on the wheel. And it's northwest wind, so those east-west, I mean, any kind of direction on the road, depending on which way the wind's blowing, is going to be kind of impacted because it's not a true north, east, west, south wind. So there will be some crosswinds you have to deal with, and especially for those driving from Spearfish to Rapid City or Sturgis to Rapid City out towards the plains, if you're going out towards the central part of the state tomorrow, you'll have those winds to deal with as well.
All right, and then focusing a little bit closer to kind of Rapid City and the Black Hills, if we're talking about moisture, right? When can our viewers kind of notice that moisture start to appear in the area?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as the middle of the day today, we'll have a few of those showers and storms, a couple showers possible tomorrow and Friday, but our main focus is going to be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, going into the latter part of the weekend and into early next week. That's when we're really going to be noticing the higher likelihood of rain and some good moisture. There are some models that want to paint an inch of rainfall on some areas and maybe even a little bit more in some isolated spots. So much needed.
All right. Well, talking about tomorrow, Thursday, I'm excited to see what the drought monitor has to say after, or I guess on Friday, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, every Thursday the drought monitor is released, so we'll have a look here on Friday. We'll be back at noon tomorrow, and I'll have the drought monitor outlook there, and then we'll kind of highlight what's to come in terms of moisture late next week as we start to kind of really get that storm system into focus and get a better handle on how much rain might actually come to KOTA Territory.
And as for those people who are maybe preparing to travel, maybe next week Monday or this week Friday into the weekend, how is that going to look? Whether we're talking like plane travel and road travel in general.
Yeah, I mean, it should mostly be fine. Things should be good Friday. It is going to be a bit windy, so there may be a little bit of a bump heading out of Rapid City if you're flying. If you're driving, it may be a little more difficult with some wind, especially the farther out on the plains you go, more towards East River. There's going to be some strong winds, so it's going to be something you want to keep in mind there. But for the weekend, things are looking mostly fine for us. We do have those temperatures in the 60s, a pretty nice day Saturday, but the rain returns Sunday, and especially Monday and a Tuesday. So we'll kind of keep an eye out on early next week as well for kind of a rainy commute wherever you're headed.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Mother Nature is giving us a little day break on Saturday, which I'm very, very excited for.
Yes.
But kind of taking a look a little bit more at the forecast here, what can you tell us about moving forward into kind of next week?
Yeah.
And into kind of, I guess, this weekend into next week.
Yeah, so this weekend, it's going to be a nice start. So if you want to have any outdoor plans, Saturday is going to be your day to get out. 65, not too windy, not too breezy either. It's the only day we don't have one of those icons on there. We'll have wind gusts on Sunday, 35, 40 miles per hour, and that'll be similar for that Monday into Tuesday too. But rain showers will develop throughout the day on Sunday with a cloudy sky, only 54, and we'll stay in those 50s Monday into Tuesday with rain likely Monday. Right now it looks to be Tuesday morning is the highest likelihood of rain for then, and then it'll start to taper off throughout the afternoon. But overall it is going to be kind of soggy Sunday, Monday into Tuesday.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to this, and
Yes.
I hope some of our viewers are also looking forward to this, kind of helping a little bit around the area and make sure that we're not too dry.
Right.
But for now, is there anything else our viewers should kind of be aware or know about before we wrap up here?
Nothing too crazy going on. We have those very strong winds tomorrow. That's probably going to be the main thing you need to watch out for, are the winds tomorrow if you're driving in the South Dakota Plains or up to Sturgis or Spearfish. That's where the highest winds are expected to be. This afternoon, if you're driving east into central South Dakota, you have those severe thunderstorms to keep an eye on. But all of that information can be followed very closely on something most everybody has is a cell phone. So the KOTA First Alert Weather app. It's a handy tool to have in your app library. You can open it up. Our team of meteorologists posts multiple videos daily, every shift, and then you can track the radar on there. You'll get alert notifications for high wind warnings, anything severe thunderstorms like that sent to your phone based on your location. So
helps you day to day as well.
Yes.
Kind of getting the latest up to date kind of weather alerts that you need to know around KOTA Territory. But for now, David, thank you for joining us here at the KOTA Now Desk. It's been a pleasure to talk to you this morning. As for you watching, thank you for tuning in. We'll leave you right here with the First Alert 7-day forecast before we leave. But for now, I'm Humberto Sanchez. Again, thank you, David, for joining us. We'll see you again here on Friday.